Namaste. Welcome back. Greetings to you. Good afternoon, good evening, whichever part of the world you are in. Good day to you. Right now, in this part of the world, we are having a lot of green, which means it's springtime, baby. That's right. What happens during the spring cycle? New growth, new opportunities, new abilities become unlocked. New pathways become discovered that you might not have had the perception to see the availability of. New opportunities to equip yourself with the knowledge and apply the knowledge and cultivate the experience with the skills. You see, every day in our environment, it can teach us something about ourselves. People showing up can reflect back to us what we are holding within ourselves. They can reflect back to us our strengths and our areas of challenges within ourselves. They can also reflect what we are holding on to that no longer serves us and can show up in many different forms. From a subtle conversation that somehow transitions into an interruption and a volley of argumentative, fiery darts, okay? Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with your environment. Be gentle with the energy that you supply, because it always returns back to source, and you are source. The energy that you send out will always come back, like a boomerang, okay? Sometimes right in the moment. Sometimes it might take a couple days to go through. Other times, it might embed itself as a little seed and not show up until spring has arrived to bud. And then summer comes in for the growing period. Fall comes in for the resting period. For the releasing period. And then winter comes in for the hibernation period, okay? I touched on in my other video just a moment ago about understanding what you have power and control over, okay? You have the power and control over what words you choose to use. You have the power and control over how you choose to think about things. You have the power and control over how you show up in a physical manner in spaces, whether invited or potentially uninvited, okay? You have the choice to resonate with something in agreement with, or you can choose to be out of alignment with that which is not conducive to your own well-being, okay? Well-being takes many forms. It takes mental form, it takes emotional form, it takes physical form, it takes energetical form, okay? Well-being is not just a concept of words or nutrition, though those are certain steps involved. It's conscious intention in choosing how you want to navigate in life, okay? That is the power that you wield, and you are a powerful being. But you might not have been taught the truth of the whole matter. You might have only been taught with a little bit of a watered down foundation of the truth. That's where your due diligence comes into play. Putting what you learn into practice. And if that practice yields unsatisfied results, shift something in the practice until the result that you desire comes to fruition. You might have to shift your mindset. You might have to shift how you approach something. But you never have to shift your end goal. just the process to where you get to it, okay? Even if it takes you 1,000 times to not yield the result you're looking for, that 1,001 time might yield that result, okay? Stay at it. Keep trying, keep testing. Apply it. I didn't learn martial arts in one day. I didn't learn holistic living in one day. I didn't learn to utilize energy in a mindless fluff way in one day. It took time and cultivation of daily practice, okay, with myself. I would disappear at times to do the cultivation. People would ask, where's Dave? Where did Dave go? I didn't leave a note. I didn't make a speech about this is what I'm going to go do. Because in my mind, my idea was I am more than capable of working on myself. To this day, I take no meds. To this day, I have no ailment to go to a doctor for them to give me a label or a identity of what condition I am. And that's what they do, is they give you a condition of I am in a different format. And you get to choose in that moment if you want to accept that identity and live in a lifestyle of that identity, experiencing life in that identity. But you could break every identity that has been given to you as a gift. And I say gift because it was offered. You didn't ask them to give it to you. You might have asked, what's the issue? And in their mindset, they might have used words that they thought was stating what you are experiencing. You see, your body tells you when something's not right, or something's out of alignment, or something needs attention, okay? Your body is intelligent beyond what we give credit to it for. All right, there are times that you can shift your posture, right? When you show up to somewhere, people might receive you based on how your body language is presenting in the space. A lot more sunken shoulders, compressed spine, hunched over, is weightedness. That is stress in the body, compounding on more stress in the body. A quick, easy way to remedy that: stretch it out. Okay? Stretch it out. Shake it out if you have to. You know? It doesn't have to just be your hands. Shake off your body. You know? Till the energy subsides and you return back to your center of focus of being present in the moment. And then determine what state of beingness you desire to anchor into. If I command myself to be well, I'm not telling myself to be well. I'm commanding that in my state of being in this present moment, I am well. And my body and cells and mindset and emotion set is going to take the transformation of energetic vibration into proving that, to become a living belief. And my environment reflects that to me. Do I always eat the highest nutritional value food? No. If you've known me for several years, you know that I was often considered the cookie monster. I love cookies. But just because you love something doesn't mean that that becomes your everyday something. Treat it as a reward. Treat it as a snack. Treat it as a once in a while thing. Until you bring your body back into alignment of well-beingness. You are 110% responsible for the state of health within yourself. You can choose to be a victim of life circumstances, or you can rise through the challenge and conquer your state of beingness and anchor yourself in to a higher vibrational format, to where anything anybody says to you just flows off of you, doesn't take root, doesn't persuade you to behave a certain way. You might present yourself in a certain way of dressing up, right? Is it your choice? Or is it someone else making a choice for you? That's where you decide. Today, I decide to dress this way. Let me say that again. Today, I decide to dress this way. I didn't have to have a reason. I didn't have to justify my action. I didn't have to have an agreement of doing so. I just chose, of my own free will, to dress the way I dress today. Tomorrow, it's probably going to be different. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to have a different style on, and that's completely okay. I choose to align to what I feel in a higher vibrational resonance of dawning. It's not to be a magician. It's not to make someone feel less than adequate. It's my choosing, okay? If I choose to take this shirt off now and put on a tank top, or if I choose to switch out of these clothes and put on my gi, or I choose to put on a Hawaiian shirt and beach shorts, that's my choosing. That's my power in action. Let's talk about action. When we have a conscious intention and we say, this is what I would like to achieve, and you take conscious intention actions in alignment to supporting that goal, what you are doing is you are putting into action of synchronization. It doesn't have to be big and grand. It doesn't have to be hard work. You can emit the signal, and instead of chasing after, be the magnet that attracts to where it no longer feels like work. You're just offering compassion through a manner of service, through what you have authentically experienced in life, overcame in life, and then now guide others in how to best serve them in a integrity-minded way. Remember, if you are a coach in any format, it is not your job to tell someone to change. It is not your job to do the work for the other person. You are your first coach, which means that if you're going to teach someone else how to overcome a challenge or how to turn pain into purpose, you must go through the experience. The experience must exist. Challenge, whichever you want to call it, must come in first. And then you develop your own skills and techniques of how you overcome it. through what you might define as success and failure, okay? I use that word very loosely because I don't define what other people consider success to be as. I define what success to me is, okay? Because I have an operating definition that I have embedded within myself of what success looks like. Success is waking up and saying, I choose life. Success is saying, I'm not done working yet. And when I say I'm not done working, I'm saying that I'm not done working on myself. When I elevate into that frequency and vibration, the next thing comes in and highlights what's in me that needs to be worked through. So you become someone standing like I am right now, and you are now mentoring, leading, guiding, helping someone else heal the crisis of misaligned identity. Okay? If you want to be something, see yourself as that thing already today. And carry that image. Dress the part if you wish. To emit the magnetic signal to attract the experience into your life. Give it time to nourish. Give that seed time to grow. Okay? It's already taking place right now, just as I'm speaking to you. If you have stayed this long, then I know there's interest within you. I know the resonance of your inner self is connecting with me in a non-tangible way. It's time to call. It's time to get the real solutioned help that you have been seeking. Connect. Call me up. Email me. Direct message me. Invite me. Any other manner of a connection. I don't care if you have to put a word or a comment on anything, any post that doesn't have anything to do with this specific video. I will still get it. I read every single comment. And I take no personal effect. I take no judgment. In fact, the space that I operate in is a judgment-free zone. Be you. And let your unique self rise to the surface. I look forward to speaking with you. I look forward to helping you help yourself. And to break out of what everyone else has conditioned you to behave as. Okay? Connect. I love you guys. Be well. I am now going to shift mode and go inside and shift into the other hat I wear, which is nutritional holistic cooking. And I'm going to cook for my family in a high vibrational manner and way, which, yes, you can heal yourself through food. You can heal yourself through energy. You can heal yourself with the power of your mind. Monks have studied, or monks have meditated for many, 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 many years, okay? And in their belief structure, they held within their mind the image of highest well-being, of what they think they would be looking like as a healthy person. Yes, you have power within your thoughts. You have power within your mind. You have power in your heart. You have power in your body. Every single cell vibrates unanimously when you give it charge with the message to behave as you desire. And it's going to uproot, it's going to release, it's going to let go, it's going to shift you vibrationally into an elevated format well beyond your conscious awareness and attention. And by the time that you become aware and consciously in tune to it, the effects have already taken place. Well beyond. You might have someone else say that something about you has changed, but it can't pinpoint it. That is true transformation, because transformation always starts from the inside out. Have a great night. Enjoy life. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. Today, right now, is a good day. Repeat that daily. No matter what comes in your life, sow that seed with repetition. Believe, and it takes an ounce, just a little bit of ounce of belief, and that's you putting into action the affirmation, sowing it in your inner soil, your inner garden, till you become a master gardener of within yourself. Namaste. Be well. Enjoy life, because every day is a good day.